And good evening. Welcome. Give me a second. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's talk about this. What is becoming the new normal for men? Because I've been at some dinner parties and I got to tell you, it ain't looking good. They're like this. Well, you see the market share and go Hillary. That's men. Okay, that sucks. Don't be that guy. They're married and their wives are looking at them like, oh, fuck. What the hell did you turn into? And I just see so many things of what guys are turning into today. I got to say, it sucks. One guy I knew, I was very friendly with him. You might know his name, I'm not going to say it. He's watching tonight. And I don't apologize, I'm just tell a story as it is, because if it was one case, one isolated incident, I wouldn't talk about it. But as he's talking to me on the phone, I hear his girlfriend in the back telling him what to say. And then he says, like, I'm surprised. He has these great ideas. Not that great. But she's like, tell him this, tell him that, tell him that, tell him this, tell him that. And he is just repeating what she says. And I'm like, why don't I just talk to her direct? And it's not that just that one guy. It is so many guys who have forgotten what it's like to be a man. What it's like to have respect, to get respect, to be respected, to stand for something. It's almost gone. On the good side, and there's always a good side, except in the electric chair, make that point, it's so easy today to get a woman. If you're alpha, if you're not alpha, you're fucked. Webinar coming up this Tuesday, how to be feared and respected. And I got a lot of good signups on that one. It's going to be one hell of a great webinar. Just letting you know, look for it at GaryBrodsky.com webinars. Okay, I was going to do a disclaimer, so I may as well do it now. I may say something that's offensive, which today you can't get a sentence out of your mouth without being offensive. Didn't we have freedom of speech one time? You can say whatever you want without having to warning people. Listen, I got to tell you something, but if you're going to get offended, I can't tell you. Soon, we will not be able to speak. Now, think about that for a second. The rules are you can't speak. You can't say what's on your mind. You can't say what you believe. Well, guess what? You can. And the guy who does that is alpha. And just by saying what's on your mind, you want women? You'll get women. You want business opportunities? They'll come after you. You've got to learn to speak and act like a man, and you got to get your self-respect back. Because I don't blame anybody individually or collectively. They have been working on the humiliation of men for the last 25 years. You've seen it in the TV commercials, you see it everywhere. Every show produced now, every comedian, everything. Self-deprecation. You hear it, your subconscious mind responds. So I recommend everything at GaryBrodsky.com, and because I am unfortunately the only guy who's addressing this. All those other PUAs can go fuck themselves, okay? And I don't say that out of anger or out of meanness, except Steve Williams. He's great, okay? They all talk about how to make her like you, this, that, how to appeal, how to throw yourself, not how to like yourself. They don't ask with respect. They don't show you how to command the situation just by your presence. They tell you, oh, if you can get a phone number, if you listen to these 45, 56, 60 CDs for $498, mine are like $17. So you go, oh, this must be shit. It's not shit, it's good, and I want more people to have it. So I put a price down knowing that the economy sucks. Believe me, I know it. I'm not saying anybody's to blame, but yeah, I'm going to say who's to blame. Guess what? It's not going to be the guys you usually hear about. When men lose their ambition, when men lose their drive, when men lose their passion, when men, every business deal I've ever had that's gone south is not because I was an incompetent idiot, which, at times I could be. I'm actually, I studied buffoonery for a while. It's because either some feminized guy or some guy's girlfriend or wife gets in the way. I've been in the middle of business deals that were paying out really big, and all of a sudden some guy's wife gets in there. I don't like your website. This has nothing to do with my website. Well, he can't do business with you anymore. We're calling a lawyer. Everybody's calling a lawyer these days. It's just men have forgotten how to be men. I could just not see that happen during the days of my father, who, by the way, was quite well known, Sally Brodsky. He built, or helped build, Marvel Comics. My mother didn't know what he did for a living. It just was different back then. And then these guys walk around trying to peacock. That's a big one out. They have whole courses on. For $15,000 a weekend, they can show you how to peacock. Notice the two words, pea and cock, okay? That's pretty much what you're going to get. It's just amazing. Let's see if anybody's hit with any questions. Checking for mail. Wow, too many questions. Huh? I said I solved a question? Hey, good evening. How powerful are the power candles? And I'm glad you popped in. Monty, good evening. Thank you. They're very powerful. In fact, I'm going to hit myself up on myself, and they work. I go through the whole history, and anybody who's ordered MK44, I just got to say this. I know we are late in shipping. We are getting murdered with orders, and I apologize, but the sales price still remains. We're going to get them in Wednesday, and I apologize again. Our inventory ran out, and they take a while to make because we make it really well. And that's at wealthpluspower.com. And I know Lonnie's one of the people waiting. It is that good because all the Wall Street assholes, excuse me for saying that, they have stampeded us and bought everything out when I was not here. And the guys in shipping did not know that we did not have any reserves. So, well, it's a good testimony to MK44. And I'm sorry we're out of inventory. It took mine right off my desk. I gotta lock this office up. Anyway, all right, Dustin. Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening, Dustin. How are you? There was this girl. Hey, that's pretty good. Any more? Just kidding. Good evening, Gary. There was this girl with her cute friend, and I was talking to. The cute friend seemed really pissed. Never smiled once, and never spoke. Is there a reason? Thanks. Yeah, there's a reason. It could mean one or two things. One, you weren't paying attention to her. And yes, women are attention junkies. Now I'm going to hear from the feminists saying that because they want the attention, right? And apparently you weren't paying attention to her. And who cares? Seriously, bottom line, who cares what she thinks? Okay? And I'm not making any comments about it. I'm just saying, I have the same issues you do. They're like, well, why this, why that? And then you got his. What the fuck do I care? What the fuck do I care what she thinks? Who gives a fuck? It's like the best pickup line I've ever heard in the movies was in Austin Powers. She goes, I wouldn't have sex with you in a million years. He goes, and your point is? Like, who cares what you think? That works. You should have gone to her, hey, I'm taking you out Tuesday. Shut up. Wow, everybody's here tonight. Wow, this is great. You never know. Uh-huh. Okay, great. Yeah. Gary Jason here. All right. Thanks. Just a little quote. I will get with you tomorrow on that. All right. Some advice question. This girl at my job talks to a lot of guys, including me. These men are less attractive than me. I know she'll talk to these men with ease, but sometimes flirt. But when she talks to me, it's like a goddamn chore. I don't know if she's nervous or forcing herself to be polite. Meanwhile, I have coworkers telling me she wants me. I'm utterly confused. What the hell is going on here? Ryan, straight up, I can tell you, she wants you. Because when you're treated differently by a woman, and I know she's not being indifferent here, she is afraid of blowing it. That's your chance now to move in and take control. You got to start directing her. Sit here, move here, do this, do that. You gotta. You gotta. Just from this, I can tell. I've been doing this my life. I did a few years intelligence. You gotta. You gotta just first of all tell her or take her. You mind? Let's go. Take me out. That's it. She'll say yes. Want to bet watches on that? I got tons of watches. I have people bet their watch, they lose them. I don't do betting over there. Just being funny. But you have her. I can tell you right now you have her. Because she's acting, it's the girl who sometimes doesn't give you a stare, who doesn't smile back, that you have, because she says, if he makes a move on me, if I make a move on him, and it doesn't work out, I'll blow it. So I'll just delay it until he moves on me. And that's, you're wide open. Well, she's wide open, Never, okay. Pete, hey, how you doing? Okay, I'm going to read it like Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know why. I can't help myself. Hey, met a new girl, all right? She told me to come on over to her house. No one's going to be home. I came over. No one was home. All right, now I'll really do the question. Okay. Met a new girl. She is great. All right. Went out for drinks. Things went well. I didn't call her a few days. Called her yesterday. She said, thank you for a fun night. She said, thank you for a fun night. She didn't seem interested to see me again. Do I wait a few days and call her again? How long? Or wait, or maybe she just isn't interested. How do I know? Peter, I got to tell you the truth. You got to make it interested. You got to control every single thought that she has. Now, I'm not talking about mind control. I'm not talking about manipulation. I'm not talking about all the stuff that they're going to accuse me of talking about. You have to create the attraction. And if you know how to create attraction, I don't really know, we'll talk this week about this, then you don't have to guess. But thank you for a fun time sounds like a closing statement. Like, okay, it was time, it was fun, and it's over. I suggest a new approach. Because I'm being honest, I hate to say this, but it sounds over. Thank you for a fun time. Let's do it again. There was no open end to that. She said, thank you for a fun time. And that seemed distant. Something you did screwed it up. But you can't undo it. You can't undo it. You're going to have to play this game with her. Okay? Hope she doesn't watch. She's not around. Okay, good. Call her up. This always works. Say, hey, how you doing? Shit, I got to take care of something. I will call you right back. Never call her back. She'll call you back. Mystery works. Not the guy. Not that guy. But real mystery, like not knowing. So call her and go, hey, I got to run. I'll call you right back. Then don't call back. Then she's going to think, why did he call me back? Why do you have to run? Is it something more important than me? Boom, you just reverse the situation. If you can, get the audio program, 2 words that guys do not know how to use. That's goodbye. They do not know when to cut off, and they overdo it. They buy the stock, They sell their stock and they sell it when it's too low. You got to dump it at its highest point. Okay. Hope it makes some sense here. It's still checking for mail. No, I could do this all night. I don't care. Oh, shit. Too many questions. Hi, Karen. Why is it that prettier women, why is it that the prettier the woman is, the easier she to pick up? Simple answer. Because when they're pretty, one pimple, they're ruined. 1 pound of weight gain, their self-esteem is shot. They also know it's a wasting asset. They're going to age out of it. So anything's going to make them totally insecure. So actually pretty women are easier to pick up. Guys just don't know that. You do. They're easier. Much easier. It's when you become obsequious to a pretty woman, then it becomes difficult. And by obsequious, I mean when you start worshiping them. Oh, you're so pretty. Because what does she really get for being pretty? All she is looking good. She was born that way. And when guys start paying homage to how somebody was born or how they look, that's when there's a problem. But if you obviously know what you're doing here, pretty women are easy to pick up, but you just have to think, hey, I'm a little bit better than you. That makes the whole game different. Okay. Yes, I'll call you tomorrow. Thank you. For those of you who do doubt that organs work, I have used them to get fucked and blown. Hey, I'm reading them as they come in. By 15 women in 7 months. Oh, all this stuff works. I mean, history has proven it. Only people don't want to, as I said, the passion in men, the drive, the desire is gone. I use organs. I have one somewhere around here. It's over there. I don't want to reach over and knock over a bunch of shit getting it. But yeah, it's everything in the world, and you probably see this all over YouTube, and it's all true, is basically sending and receiving. Everything is a frequency. The earth is a frequency. The soda has a frequency. The cigarette, everything has a frequency. You have a personal frequency. All you're doing is amping up the frequency. And that is not exactly, well, it is rocket science basically, but it's science. Simple science. Everything has a frequency. Space, the deadness of space has a sound, has a frequency, has a wavelength. Right now in here I have all the TV stations. No TV, have no way to pick them up, no way to send. But when you have a transmitter and a receiver, and there's many different types, the organ is probably one of the easier ones to use. Candles send out light. Light is a frequency moving at the speed of light. Organs bounce off at the speed of light. It doesn't get faster than that. I know this guy just sent the email, I'm not going to say his name. Yeah, shit, they work. And I've gotten a lot of other reports too on that. And I know it. It's just like if I put a steel glove on, I'm going to hit harder. But, years ago, guys did everything. We put on cologne. We shave, I shave every day. But they shave, they comb their hair. Now, they look like shit. They walk like they're defeated. They walk beaten. And they go, I wonder why I can't get any girls. Yeah, you wonder? Keep wondering. Okay, checking for some mail. It's checking. Better be some mail here. Okay. Wow. The mail has come in. Absolutely appreciate that, Gary. You crack me up. Man, I got to listen to your active audio program again because that is the stuff. Hey, Dustin, thank you. That active, I'll tell you something. Everybody who buys it says that's my favorite audio ever. Active and have active. And it's always the last thing anybody buys. On sale now at GaryBrodsky.com, where if you do not get laid, do not get relayed, parlayed 6 ways to China. If you want to go to China, that's fine. We will refund your money by just saying, hey, it didn't work out for me, and we will send you the knife to cut it off with. Think about that. Yeah, I'm crazy. Okay, we know that. Okay, it's soda break time here to be. All right. I'm going to show you some alpha tricks when I come back from my soda break. I'll actually leave it, just sit and drink soda and play music. I need more. This is fuel. I'm back. All right, good question. Cigarette time. See, I smoke and I drink soda. Good thing I don't jerk off, right? Talk about jerking off. I hear this from a lot of girls. First, I thought they were crazy. And I realized they're not crazy because I know the guys now who do this because I had to meet them. This is like so fucked up. This is how men have become. Because I started hearing about maybe 8 years ago. Like every time a guy calls me, he jerks off. Look at you're crazy. Every time a guy calls me, he jerks off. You're crazy. And then I started to hear, because I can tape anything. I don't tape shit because except my shows. The guy's jerking off. It's like, is this how desperate men have become? It's like, hi, how are you? Oh, okay. How you doing? And cybering. I mean, this is where men are going mentally. At the speed I type, I could not cyber. I mean, forget it. I have to hire a typist. So I may as well just bang her, right? Once you enter the cyber world, a fictitious fun, fancy, and sexual gratification, you may wind up living there for the rest of your life. Facts to be found out. Or porn. Porn is the most destructive thing around. I am against porn. I don't think it should be censored. I don't think anything should be censored. But you got to know your risks. And I hear this way too much. Well, there's a girl at work I like. That's a good thing. You like women. That's kind of good. That's kind of rare these days, right? But I'm afraid if I approach her, I'll get hit with sexual harassment. Or I'll get written up. Fear of getting into trouble. I got to tell you something. There are people in trouble all over this country, all over the world. They got it for no reason. At least you're doing something for what you want. Fear is how they control you, how they hold you. That's why people get held up at gunpoint or knife because fear works. And you've got to break out of that fear. What if she doesn't like me? Who cares? What if she writes me up? Big deal. I'll sue her for sexual harassment. And I got to tell you something. Alpha guys don't get hit with that. It's the guys, when they see weakness, they will attack. They don't attack a strong or powerful man. Join that webinar. Fear and respect. I'll tell you something. I remember I had this girl working for me, and I asked her, what if you used sexual harassment? She said, well, you better. Because it's all how you come off. My plane leaves New York tomorrow. Think about a price. It really is all how you come off. Every business deal, every sexual conquest, every relationship all starts with respect and power. And you have to be feared a little bit. It's Niccolo Machiavelli. I'll check for some mail. Okay. Well, she's got an ad for the electric shave. See, I mentioned shaving. It's called the interface. I don't know how it works. They hear a word, and all of a sudden, everywhere, no matter what I say, they're going to sell me something. It's just insane how technology is stealing our hearts, minds, body, and souls. I know that because all you got to do is walk outside, and everybody's walking around looking at them. Now, let's talk about sound and frequency again. I have two programs on binaural sounds, and it works. Frequency, if you look up Royal Rifa, R-I-F-A, Royal Richard Rifa, I believe that's his name. He was able to get rid of every illness by sound frequency. I have two sound frequencies that will change the way people react to you because they pick up your frequency. That's why if you change yourself, you change your voice, you change one thing, you change your frequency. And frequency is vibration, and vibration is everything. Nikola Tesla said this. If you want to understand the world, think in terms of sound and vibration. And if I get one vibrator joke, I am leaving town. That's good. No jokes. Okay. How many green candles or gold candles will it take to get $50,000? And what spirit is the best to invoke this? Thanks. Okay, it doesn't take that many candles. Basically, a gold, a green, and a red. Gold separate, green separate, red and white. Okay, so let's make it really powerful. You burn the red and the white in Legua, gold, Oshun, green, Ogun. Just ask them once. Spirits or powers or universal energies, they don't like to be like, just imagine like people. Everything has a character. Even cars like people. The engines like the heart, the tires like the legs. They don't like to be annoyed. Like you keep starting the car, it stalls out, you push the gas pedal too much, you flood the car. Ask once, say thank you, and here's the candle. I'm giving the candle in return for this. Thank you. Candle knows what it's doing. It's that simple. Hey, good evening, Chris. How are you? I thought a new saying. Rape is the battle cry of every feminazi bitch out there. Yeah, I got to understand that because what is this new thing now? That all sex is rape. It is divide and conquer. And that applies to racism too. Divide and conquer. If you're divided, you're conquered. If you're racist, you're conquered. If you're a feminist, you're conquered. They got you. It's in their manuals. Gloria Steinem, CIA operative. They created feminism to divide and conquer men and women. If you're afraid of a woman, you're conquered. And it gets even more detailed than that. But you have no idea how powerful social programming is. Just look at the history of the world. Maniacs run the world. And people support them. They back them up. Well, they didn't really mean it. The biggest misconception I say about government is that government is incompetent. They know exactly what they're doing, who they're working for, and they feign incompetence. So you think, it's just a mistake. No. They make fun of George Bush, how incompetent he was. Everything he wanted, he got. Just mentioning it. War in Iraq, Rex 84, a couple of other things. Obama, same thing. They all get what they want, but feigning incompetence. And I'm not saying to put these guys down. I'm saying study and learn from them. I know it's kind of rare to hear that, but they know how to influence people by feigning incompetence or do whatever they need to do to get what they want, and you should be thinking like them. Not, oh, they're hard. No, you don't complain. You learn. If somebody's winning, you go, hey, whoa, this guy's winning. How am I going to learn from him? He's got people listening to him. How am I going to learn from him? Number one, I'll know his game. I won't fall into it. Number two, well, whatever he's doing right, I'm going to do the same goddamn thing. So when people see these Wall Street people, and a lot of them, I will tell you, they're assholes, but I study every move they make, how they do it, and see how and what they do to win. Instead of going, oh, look at that prick. Because the day you get jealous is the day it's game over. That's why I have the occult. And I'm going to be starting a very big occult course coming up soon. I don't know what days yet. But because there are certain spirits to work with. And they do work. One guy, I think I told the story before, but it bears telling again. I had just set up a death candle. One of those black, doomy candles. D-U-M-E, death unto my enemies. And he goes, this shit doesn't work. Hell, I'll even write my own name. I forgot what the fuck I lit it. Totally forgot about it. Hadn't heard from this guy in months. I called him up. His wife answered. He's in the hospital. Just when? It was like 8 months back, like right after I lit the candle. I did a ritual. He came back to life, thank God. And they never knew what was wrong with him. He just went out. So yeah. When you're working with spirits, they'll do whatever you want. But, and this is to answer the earlier question, you've got to command the spirits. You're giving them light, you're giving them offerings. They're now working for you. Make that point clear. Now, anybody who doesn't think that candles work, I will do a black candle on you free of charge, and I guarantee you will not be on to next week's show. I can't do this. You're all my friends, but basically I don't like. All right, this is going to be funny. Hi, Gary. Ustream forced a commercial break and shows some ad for Netflix. This commercial shows some jerk-off who can't express himself, trying to propose to his girlfriend, and trying to use a line from a movie he saw. What a contrast to watching this show. Fucking Ustream. Well, that's why all my shows are available on YouTube. Now, what's funny is people go, how come your shows only have, like, at most 300 views? And I'll tell you why. Because I have gotten a notice from YouTube. They are checking for content and not allowing the views to post. But they're still up there. You can watch them. I don't give a fuck how many, views it shows. They do the same thing to Alex Jones. He's got 1,200, comments, 60 views. How the fuck did that happen? That's the game they play. If I said, oh yes, we have to respect women's rights, and in a way we are respecting women's rights by giving women a real man to be with. But they don't like that today. Okay, scented candle or incense. You can't really get the right candles, okay, at your neighborhood store. If you want the right candles, occultforce.com candles. Those kick ass. They got the herbs and stuff in there. They conjure the spirit up that will go to that person's house, and you'll get what you want. Look at all the beautiful celebrities on my Facebook page. Yeah, I nailed a lot of them by just saying, get this one for me, and I'm in the restaurant 3 days later, and boom, she's in there. And they know it. I tell them, yeah, I did some candle work on you. It's that old, I'll read a Screaming Jay Hawkins song. She must be doing a candle on me. There's so many songs about that because it works. You can't just go to your local drugstore and get the right candle. Although it will give you some energy, perhaps not enough. Just mentioning occultforce.com, because that stuff works very well. Somebody's asking where's his candle. He just ordered Friday. Well, let's see, he ordered Friday night. They'll have mail on Saturday. It's actually over there. I'm not going to get it and show it to you, but it's going out tomorrow. Yeah, the Death on Two Enemy candles. Yeah, I will sell them. Whoever you I don't make judgments. It's like I'm the Godfather here. It makes no difference to me what you do for a living. That's why I also suggest getting a protection candle with that. I did this once to myself. Okay, I did a ritual on myself, which is in the book, The Powers of Darkness, for sale at GaryBrodsky.com. And I literally got infested with mites, fleas, bed bugs. It was like one of the plagues of Moses. That's playing with the high end of magic. And I wanted to see if it worked. I did it to myself. The worst crab lice you can imagine. I had to throw out all my sheets, mattresses, had my clothes, most of them gone. Hey, but it worked, right? All right. It says soda break time. How does this thing know? How does it know? Okay, time for soda break. Sorry for this brief interruption. Oh, here's the woman's movement for everybody. Here comes the flack on this. You ready? The woman's movement. This is a woman's movement. Okay, thank you. I'll be in a lot of trouble for that one. Make sure to give them thumbs up because I'm getting a lot of thumbs down from that joke. Somebody out there's got to be laughing. This is a girl I went to high school with that year I went. She says if guys talk then the way they talk now, we beat them up. Yeah. Listen to guys talking. Well, the baby, and it's just, if I haven't gotten to your phone call, it's because every woman on earth, and I love this, they think it's their sworn duty to call and tell me that they've heard that voice. And now we all know what the voice is. If I let a number of candles producing more light, would have a better effect. Okay, the candles, certain candles have certain elements in them. It's in the wax, herbs and other things that summon the spirit, and then they get light. Otherwise, yeah, it's got some power, and it adds the power, but you want to get directly to the target. You want to hone in on a channel, hit that channel, get that person. That's why the candles are all, they're not just off-the-shelf candles. They take a few days to make, and when you ask for something, you get it. That's why there's a whole occult underworld. They don't show what candles they use. Oh, I forgot to push this button. Now I'm in trouble. Okay, my soda break, that never happened, did it? No, it did not. Don't forget the webinar. Fear and respect. They're going to treat you differently. Men are going to treat you differently. Women are going to treat you differently. And, you want to be liked? Hey, no. You want to be feared, respected, and loved, and be attracted. And looks don't have shit to do with it. Nothing at all. Okay, I won't mention names, but just send me the name of the person in an email saying do not open, and I will do everything in my power to do it. And let's hope for miracles, because miracles happen every day. We just don't see them anymore because we're too busy with our goddamn iPhones, computer games. Guys don't do guy things anymore. Treehouse. I don't see any of them. You know, nothing. Guys don't want fishing rods anymore. BB guns. I mean, kids don't throw rocks anymore into the water. You know, at age 20 years old, the kid's like a 3-year-old now. It's sad. That's the next generation. Morons. We got to stop this. We got to set an example. We have to set an example. Oh, my soda break. Got to play the music. All right, music is done. Oh, cigarette time. Wow, this thing knows everything. Well, it is a smartphone. Done with that pack. I have a new saying for people who smoke. Because you're going to hear this. You are going to hear this. Somebody always says this to me. You know, if you didn't smoke, you probably have an extra $1 million by now. Because of what you spent on cigarettes. I said to them, do you smoke? No. You got an extra $1 million? And they just don't know what to do. They just shut up and walk away. Oh, I got to turn this off, then turn it back on. Yeah. Again, fear and respect. GaryBrodsky.com, webinars, check it out. Check out all the audios too. Act as if, how to act as if, all of them. They're all good. They're all done for a specific purpose. Now let's check it for mail. Okay. And now back to the show. Let me just say for those who do not know how to reach me, Gary Brodsky123 at AOL.com, and I will get your message right here. And for those who do know how to reach me, it's the same exact thing. So, oh yeah, I was going to do a demonstration about being alpha. This is a big demonstration. Do not take this lightly. Excuse me while I push my chair back. Okay. Alpha sitting. Alphas take up space. Beta sitting. When you sit alpha, when you sit more, yeah? The more space you take, the more alpha you are. You see the difference when I'm talking to you like this now? Yeah. Look at the alpha projection. Look at the power in this stance. Or like this. Really? Yeah. The more open I become? Oh, really? Yeah. Well, fuck you, okay? You got a problem? You got a problem? As soon as it, boom. But when you come off alpha, the more alpha you come off, the less you're going to actually ever have an altercation in your life. And I had an altercation recently. We made up with friends. But I fought out of anger and I feel terrible. And I got to learn one thing about alpha is you never lose your cool. I lost it. He swung first and I still feel bad. We all know David Henson. I told him about it. He goes, wow, that's pretty good. Guy loves to fight. And he can't fight, so let's not make too many jokes about him. Hey, Gary, I got skid marks. Okay, really funny. A lot of questions came in. Computer games completely suck. I played for 3 hours straight on a game, and then when I left the house, I felt that my confidence was low, and I felt like a bag of shit. That's exactly what they want. Thank you for posting it. It hits the same receptors in the brain. Unfortunately, you did this late in life. If you start young, you'll never be, and this is a fact, you could look it up anywhere. Google, Yahoo, anywhere. It's the same receptors in the brain that kill passion and romance and totally neuter them. They want your balls, and they're coming for them unless you stand up and do something alpha. Pretty soon, we're going to have to get a whole shitload of these, okay? Hey, Garrett, here's something those anti-smoking jerkers won't tell you. James Doohan, who played Scotty in the original Best and Star Trek series, was fighting the Battle of Normandy. He took a bullet, but a metal cigarette case saved his life by deflecting a bullet that could have hit his heart. Suck on that, jerk off. Check and mate. Hey, that's great. Thank you. You know, James Bond smoked. James Dean smoked. Not every name James smokes, but at one time, smoking was okay. Look at the movie Stand By Me. You have kids smoking back then. Remember the t-shirt with the Marlboro pack in there? They've decided smoking was bad because they wanted to hurt the income of the American Indian. That's all. Simple. But GMO foods, those are good. Okay, those are really good for you. That's why I'm not afraid of soda. I'm afraid of real food. You know, one time, all the food on this planet was organic. That was about 30 years ago. Hey, Matt, good to see you. How you doing? This is a good question. Is it better to carve request at the side of a candle or write it on a paper and put it under the candle? That has always been a debate. I deal with occultists my whole life. In fact, before I did this, I wrote a whole ton of occult books under many different names, including my own. And that has always been a topic of debate, which works better. Answer is simple. I do both. Maybe they're both right. They can't be both wrong. Some people get better results carving it into the candle. Some by placing a piece of paper bag written in pencil in script under the candle. And they argue back and forth. I said, well, what if I did both? Boom, results were off the charts. So I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people are benefiting by the question. Thank you again. Great question because it's absolutely true. Why not do both? I know when I used to go to Hoover houses, like, yeah, this one's pretty, that one's pretty. And my friends would think, why don't you get them both? Hey, just never crossed my mind. I had a wealthy friend. Sad story, yeah. Super wealthy. Took me to an Asian Hoover house once. There were 33 girls. This is when men were men. We had places all over the place. Treated me to all 33 at one time. It was a lot of fun. And on the occult side, he started becoming a little crazy with his wealth and almost trying to enslave me. I did some magic on him. He has leprosy. Okay? Yeah, shit works. Occultforce.com. Giving away too much information tonight. Oh, is this one going to get flagged? Just that woman's movement joke. All right, cigarette and the end of the show. Questions? Remember, Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. I'm just thinking every time I light a cigarette up, you know, I'm waiting for somebody to go, you know what you're doing to your body? And that's a great line. Because that time one says, you know what you're doing to your body? And, hey, you know what I can do to yours? Oh, really? It's easy. It is easy. GaryBrodsky.com will show you the way. You know that. I know that. GaryBrodsky.com. Get there because. Okay, Dustin is back in action. I was reading a study that your sperm has a very high amount of pheromones. Mine? That's just being funny. I know bodily hair produces them. All right, this is good. But what are your views on your own seed? Okay, I'll just cut to the chase here. Bodily hair, not bodily hair, pubic hair produces pheromones, not bodily hair. That's why they're encouraging women to get a shave down below. It completely screws them up mentally, and it makes men not attracted to them. And then you get these guys who have pedophile latent thoughts that come out, and they are attracted to them. And I think a woman with a shave down below, to me, looks like a little girl, and I don't want to deal with them. And there's a lot to be said about that. The Gary Brodsky revolution, no shaves down below. We want women to look like real women. Check it out. Okay. But you're absolutely right. That's how the pheromones work. Doomy candles. This is good. Doomy stands for not do me, like, hey, do me, all right, baby, come here, do me. That works, but not for candles. Do me is death unto my enemies. Should a doomy candle, should a death unto my enemy candle be used in a waxing or waning moon? I have been using them for many, many years, and I don't look at the moon because the waxing brings stuff in, the waning brings stuff away. It'll find a way to get them. It will find a way to get them. I can tell horror stories about, doomy rituals I've done for people. I'm a mercenary. Actually was a merc at one time. And thought I'm finding employment. Thank you so much. A lot of nice comments about the show. Well, still have some time for some questions. Get them in. Check out OccultForce.com, GaryBrodsky.com, BrainTrainPower.com, and WealthPlusPower.com. So check them out. There's stuff there for everybody. Because I watch all the YouTube things on how to do this, how to do that. All some have some good advice, good tips, but they miss the mark. It's like a lot of these tapes are, wow, the guy starts out talking about himself and the tape ended. The audio program, excuse me. I'm still in the old days, the tapes. No more tapes. CDs, that isn't downloads. I call them tapes. It's like, well, you get this, you get that, you get this. If you just follow it. Follow what? You didn't say anything. I just thought right out, and you know this. Here's what you do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Real simple, real easy. All right, let's check the big board actors again. All right, next week, guarantee, I promise I'll make fun of the PUAs. I can't resist buying their stuff. Because it's, they say, the greatest comic audios ever. Okay, it says soda time. Okay, it says check back in 2 minutes. Bonk out. Am I in the center of the camera here? How about now? Okay. Seriously, we got to alpha up and we got to fight this out. Because if people are waiting for like a signal or a sign or a letter in the mail, it's okay to be alpha. It's okay to have passion. It's okay to have drive. It's okay to have a desire. It's okay to be a man and want women. Well, here's your signal. I'm telling you, it's okay. It's okay to sleep with women. I am so tired of talking to guys. I try to help them out that are in their 50s, mid 50s. They've never had a long-term girlfriend. They've never had a relationship. And I'm not, of course, I'm there to help, and I've helped out many of them. But to wait that long to discover, you can have a girl every day. I know my friend John, the healer, he's like 7 a day, 6 a day, whatever. I know Jason's always got somebody hanging around. When you know how, it's easy. When you don't know how, because things have changed, the game got a lot harder. And you need strategy in any conflict, in any object you want to acquire. You need a strategy. If you want a soda, you got to walk in the store and buy it. You need a strategy. And that's why GaryBrodsky.com has something for every strategy and more strategy, more tactics. And these techniques do not fail you. Otherwise, you know, you get, yeah. You don't want that. I'm going to mail it out to somebody one of these days, but nobody's complained yet. And I don't want to lose the knife, so hopefully I'll keep producing good stuff for you guys. All right, time to end the show. First, of course, I will check the last minute questions. What button do I push? Ah, yes, this button. All right, we're going to end with a nice Gregorian chant because here's a little tip for everybody, and it's a big one. Okay. All right, a couple of questions. We go a little overtime. It's okay. Gary, I know you're a genius at what women like to see men wear. What would you recommend? Type of jeans, shirts, and shoes. Regular button-down shirt, jeans, and shoes, not sneakers. You wear sneakers with jeans, it's okay, but you can look like women think you're some father. And Chris's closing statement for the night. Hi, Gary. This will not apply to the alpha men, but to the schmucks that need our help, but refuse it. This includes Captain Pretentious watching your show, complaining to the YouTube team. Alpha, up, or shut up. I gotta use that one too. That's great. Thank you, Chris. That is a great line to end the show. And everybody, thank you for being here. So many good questions. I will see you Sunday. And check out GaryBrodsky.com and check out that new webinar. It might be something you might be interested in. Who knows? See you all. Wednesday, I'll be here. Bless you all. Yeah. Let's go. Good night. Thank you again.